Most traders spend years jumping from strategy to strategy, trying different indicators, copying random internet gurus, and looking for the holy grail. That was me too. I was once in your exact position. And the reason most traders stay stuck is because they never truly understand how the market actually moves. They are taught these surface level patterns. Oh, memorize this candlestick pattern. Remember this chart pattern. And when it does appear in the market, enter for a sell. But not the real mechanics behind price. And that is exactly why I created what I call market mechanics. Before we get into episode 1 of this free 30-day mentorship series, I want to make this episode 0. Because before I teach you the strategy, the concepts, the framework, I want you to understand what market mechanics actually is, how I discover it, why it works. I'm going to show you proof that it doesn't just work for me, but it also works for hundreds and thousands of traders, ordinary traders just like yourself, and what you're going to learn over the next 30 days. Right? So this episode is going to be like a prerequisite for the entire series. So let's talk about why, or rather how I actually discovered this magical strategy called market mechanics. Back when I was figuring out what works in trading, I didn't know what strategy to use. Everywhere I looked, there was a new guru, a new trading strategy, a new promise of a holy grail system that would finally make me consistent. One day it'll be ICT concepts, another day it'll be smart money concepts, another day it'll be price action, another day it'll be this magical indicator bundle with the RSI and the Bollinger Bands, and if the freaking lines cross over, you should enter for a buy. And then another day will be candlestick patterns, another day will be chart patterns. I didn't know which strategy to choose because I was drowned in information. So as a result, I tried them all. I consumed everything on the internet that I could get my hands on, because I thought to myself that the more strategies I learn, the better I will become, right? This means that I can better understand the market, how it actually works. But instead of gaining more clarity, I was actually becoming more overwhelmed. I became even more confused than I started in the first place, because I realized that every single strategy actually worked. Price action work, ICT work, smart money concepts work. And if all of these concepts work, which some of them is like conflicting and overlapping with each other, then which one should I use? So I did something out of desperation. Not inspiration, but out of desperation. I bought a plain notebook just like this, and I wrote on the cover the market mechanics blueprint, the playbook. Okay, let me see whether the camera is actually like zooming in so you guys can see like what I'm just showing you guys on the screen. So this was what I created, all right? Like this is literally the notebook where I actually wrote down all the market mechanics concepts. This became my safe place, right? Inside, I wrote down everything I was learning. Okay, so I'll note down the freaking smart money concepts, the ICT concepts, the liquidity concepts, the price action concepts. You know, I wrote down everything. But I didn't really write down like everything that I learned. I only wrote down the things that I've learned that actually proven to be working, right? Like proven based on my own experiences, based on the trades that I've been taking, based on data, right? So I pretty much write down that every single concept from every single strategy that was working for me. So if it's about order blocks and I realize that order blocks work, then I put it in here, right? If it's about, let's say flip zones or even like liquidity concepts, if I tested it out and it worked, it went in here, right? So this notebook became my trading Bible. All right, like this was literally like my reference. I would actually go through this every single day. And not only was I writing down the theory and learning the concepts, I was also applying them and practicing them religiously every single day. Just holding my sword, just, getting better at trading. So once again, this is all tried and tested. Okay, so trade after trade, journal after journal, I treated the market like a laboratory, right? I wanted to see what actually worked, not just in one trade, but across a large sample size, across 100 trades, across 500 trades. And slowly when I do that, the more testing I do, the more data I collect, the more I realize that, right, like out of all of these different strategies, price action, smart money, ICT concepts, there is about like 30% of these, concepts or lessons that are worth absorbing. And then the other 70% is just fluff. It's just shit that doesn't work. Okay, like for example, in ICT, displacement and order blocks work really, really well. In smart money concepts, liquidity, imbalance work really, really well. And then for price action, break of structure, market structure, looking at the momentum and the pressure of the candlestick work really, really well, right? So piece by piece, I strip away the noise or the fluff that just doesn't work within all of these different strategies, and I pulled out the parts that consistently delivered, that actually work based on data. And this is where I built a blueprint just like this, which is a distilled playbook of what really moved the market. And I decided to call it market mechanics. So that's like the origin story behind market mechanics. At the point of time when I was creating this document, I didn't realize how big this would become, right? To me, it was just, something that I created out of desperation. It was just something that I created to survive in the market, right? It was just like my way of trying to make sense of all of this chaos and complexity of the market. But over the years, that playbook became my edge. I used it to build my trading plan. It helped me go from blowing accounts and questioning my worth to becoming consistently profitable, to now even to that point where I'm making 6 figures a month consistently from the market, as you guys have seen on my second channel, Brad Trades. And the best part is that when I started sharing it with my students and you guys in around 2024, it became the framework that has now impacted millions of people all around the world. And that's the beautiful part, because market mechanics wasn't born from some random textbook or some academic background. It was born from pain. It was born from me losing money, blowing accounts, failing funding challenges, trying to figure everything out by myself. It was born from trial and error. It was born from the relentless pursuit of answers in a world that only seemed to give me more confusion. And I think that's why it resonates with like so many traders. When you guys see me simplify all of these complicated concepts, you kind of get it, you understand it, because it literally came from the trenches. I've been in your exact position, lost probably more money than you did, figure everything out, right, by bleeding in the battlefield on a daily basis. And that's what allowed me to really get a deep understanding of these concepts in order for me to simplify it at a 5th grade level. Yeah, so it didn't come from a textbook. It literally came when I was in the trenches, right, fighting the war. And I think the moral of the lesson, the moral of this story is that you don't win in trading by copying someone else's strategy. You win by developing your own edge. Yes, take market mechanics, right? Take price action concepts, take smart money concepts, whatever, right? Try everything out and then take what works and discard what doesn't. And then build a playbook that is truly yours, just like this. Okay, that's what the next 30 days about. It's about, I'm going to give you all the profitable concepts and lessons that you need to become profitable, but maybe you might not resonate with some of them. You might resonate with 50% of them, or you might resonate with 80% of them. If that's the case, whatever it is, right, take what you like, take what works for you, test it out, right, over a large sample size, 100 trades, 500 trades, and then based on data, decide what to keep in your trading plan and what to discard. All right, that's what profitable trading is about. That's what professional trading is about. It's about this continuous phase of like just keep on learning, getting better, refining, improving, and then going back to the trenches and learning, improving, reflecting, and learning, improving, and reflecting. You get the point. Market mechanics is basically a combination of the most profitable parts of all the strategies that I've learned in the past 7 years. Price action, SNC, ICT concepts, whatever. I take the stuff that actually work from these concepts and I combine all of them together, which forms market mechanics. Quite simply put, market mechanics is the way I understand and trade the market based on how price truly move. Once again, it's not about random indicators. It's not about asking you to buy and sell at this thing when the lines cross over. It's not about asking you to memorize some Bermuda Triangle pattern. No. It is built on understanding structure, liquidity, imbalance, timing, institutional zones, execution, trading psychology. It's about learning the hidden logic behind the price action so you can stop trading emotionally and start trading with clarity. Okay, like literally just yesterday, I took a trade on GJ and I managed to win the trade using the exact concept which I'm about to teach you over the next 30 days, right? The exact same market mechanics framework. So yeah, and once again, maybe this is another common question or objection that you might have. Brad, I've tried every single trading strategy under the sun, right? Like, what makes your strategy different from the other strategies? Well, most strategies out there, they teach you what to do, but they don't teach you why price is moving. And as a result, what happens is that you learn the setups in isolation. You learn how to enter the trade without context. You learn about indicators without understanding why price moved in the first place. And I can tell you, it sure as hell isn't because of the fact that the two lines cross over. Okay? Market mechanics is different because it teaches you how to actually read the market first. It gives you a mechanical framework, not just the signal on when to enter, when to sell. And once again, just to show you proof that this strategy works, I myself have been documenting every single trade that I've been taking since I started this entire trading journey. If you go to my main YouTube channel, The Trading Geek, and you sort my videos out by the orders, you will literally see videos of me making $110 trading price action. You will see videos of me talking about how I just left my 9-to-5 job to focus on trading. You will see videos of me back in 2022, back in the COVID-19 era, where I was making $4,000 and I finally made my $10,000 a month, right? I pretty much documented my entire trading journey from the time that I was, broke, not really profitable, to now making millions of dollars from day trading, right? Like since the start of last year, 2025, I've literally dedicated my life to just documenting literally every single live trade that I take on my multi 7-figure account, right? So if you sort my videos out by the orders on bread trades, you will see, me making this amount, me making this amount, me losing money, right? Me making money, and so on and so forth. Literally just been transparently recording and documenting and posting every single trade I've taken since the start of this year itself. No, since the start of last year, right? So you can literally see all my wins, all my losses. You can literally see how I enter and exit the trade all on my second channel. And most importantly, you are able to see me apply market mechanics in real time in live market conditions, right? So my point here is that I'm not asking you to trust this because it sounds good. I'm not asking you to trust me because I got 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm not asking you to trust me because I'm very good looking, right? No. I'm asking you to look at the cold, hard proof. I'm asking you to look at the numbers because numbers don't lie. And that proof includes my own results, my documented trades, and most importantly, the results of my students who have applied the same principles. Okay, so before I show you the results, I just want to tell you that these are the people who are in your exact position. Some might even be in a worse position that you are, right? So these are the people that were in your exact position. They join us, they get mentored, and then they start seeing consistency. They start gaining clarity and confidence when analyzing the charts. And they start just, becoming really competent, and as a result, go on to become really profitable. Okay, so just like how Syed over here turned $10,000 to $291,000 trading in 12 months, how Samudin made $123,000 trading in 3 months, how Yusuf got funded with $850K in 8 months, how Arya made $25K in 2 months, how Mustafa turned $200 into $400K in funding after 6 months, how Anmo made $30K trading in 3 months. And it's not just for 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 students, it's for hundreds of students, by far even thousands of students out there who apply the same concepts got funded, became profitable, made anywhere from 5K to 10K a month, and so on and so forth, right? So at any point of time, you can just pause this video and just go through the student results if you don't believe in market mechanics, right? So once again, more results right here, people getting funded, more people getting funded, more people getting funded, getting payouts, right? Here's even more, right? People from all over the world, right? From Europe, from USA, from UK, from Southeast Asia, right? Literally goes to show that like anybody and everybody, regardless of your race, religion, political belief, gender, as long as you apply this mechanical framework, you will succeed. Okay, so yeah, more results, right? I can go on and on and on and on, and as you can see, right, you can just pause this video and just see the sheer amount of like student results that we have collected for ourselves over the past 1 year or so, right? There's just so many student results. For more testimonials, you can check out our YouTube channel, 1% Club, and then here's more reviews on Trustpilot, right? So we are literally one of the best mentorship program out there, really because of the fact that our students love us, they love us so much that they actually leave us raving reviews, and we love them. And yeah, you can see all of the reviews that they have left for us. Like come on, man, like it requires a lot of time to write these long ass reviews, but these students, they go the extra mile to write these reviews for us because, like I said, these strategies work, right? These concepts are proven, not just for me, right, but also for all of these students that you can see on the screen right now, right? So if you want to see any of these reviews, right, you can just go on to our Trustpilot website to see all of our verified reviews, right? There is just so many student results. It's actually insane. I'm pretty sure that we are the only trading mentorship program out there that have this amount of great results and testimonials. Right, so yeah, here's more links for you to check it out, right? If you want to see more Trustpilot reviews, right, go to our Trustpilot website. If you want to see more case studies, right, we got about, I don't know, like thousands, if not like tens of thousands of student wins and results documented on this website, thetradingblueprint.com/results, where I can see all our testimonials, all our wins, all our results. And if you look at the scroll bar on the right-hand side, you will see that it's an endless scroll of student results that just doesn't end because we deliver what we promise, right? There's just so many people hitting TP, people getting funded, people making payouts. It just excites me seeing all of this stuff because of the amount of life that I have changed with market mechanics. I'm not showing you this so that you can buy my course on mentorship program or you can buy my software Edgeflow. I'm showing you this to prove to you that this strategy works. And it doesn't just work for me, it works for hundreds of students. So the question is, why not you? If it can work for them, why can't it work for you? If it can work for me, coming from a guy like who literally came from nothing, why can't it work for you? All right, so I don't give a shit about whether you buy my program or not. I don't need your money. I just want you to become a better trader. But just know that unlike other trading gurus out there, I actually have your best interest in mind. I actually care about you and I genuinely want to see you succeed. That's the reason why I'm doing this. That's the reason why I'm spending the next 30 days just teaching you like everything that I know about market mechanics so you have all the tools that you need to become a profitable trader. Right? So yeah, it's not like at the end of these 30 days, I'm gonna try to force you to buy my course, join my mentorship program, join my couch, or like buy my software. I don't care whether it does, right? I created those businesses, right? The 1% Club, which is my mentorship program, and Edgeflow, which is my trading super app, because I want to help traders. I want to ensure that I give you all the tools, all the education you need to succeed. And if you do want to get those products, just know that when you enter and enroll into those products, we are going to help you get there. We are going to help you unlock profitability. All right, so that's the only difference between me and other gurus out there. It's really, I just love you guys. I care about you guys. I want to see you succeed because I know what it's like to be broke, inconsistent, living in fear, living in scarcity every single day, not knowing when I can pay my bills, thinking like whether trading is actually for me. I know what it feels like, right? That's the reason why I'm doing all of this. So over the next 30 days, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to break down everything about market mechanics, from how the market actually moves, how to trade Forex, Japanese candlestick, market structure, institutional zones, premium and discount, liquidity concepts, what's the best time to trade, multi-time frame analysis, how to manage your risk like a professional, how to actually manage your emotions, how to actually think and trade like a profitable trader. I'm gonna give you everything you need. And by the end of those 30 days, you will be a completely different person than you started the series in the first place. That's my big promise to you. And I want to end off this video by, just telling you guys that right now, the reason why you are unprofitable is because you have been doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. Your P&L is simply a reflection of your character. Your P&L is simply a reflection of you because the market is a mirror. So if you don't like what you see in the mirror, guess what? You should be focused on changing the person in the mirror. So if you want to change your trading results, you first need to change yourself. You need to change the way you think, act, and feel on a daily basis as a trader. You need to think the thoughts that a professional trader would think. Would a professional trader think that he's shit at trading? Or would he have absolute confidence in his trading ability and his trading plan? You need to act like a professional trader. Will a professional trader revenge trade after a losing streak? Will he force trades when there's no opportunities? No. He'll be following his trading plan. He'll be journaling after a losing streak. And most importantly, you need to feel like a professional trader before you become one. What does a professional trader feel on a daily basis? He's confident, he's calm, he's disciplined, he's focused, he has an abundance mentality. Oh, this trade went without me, it's fine. The next trade idea will appear in the market over the next 5 minutes, over the next 15 minutes, because there's an abundance of opportunities in the market. So I'm not going to be chasing the market. The market is going to be coming to a price point which I want to enter, and then I enter for the market. And when you start to change the way you think, act, and feel as a trader, what starts to happen is that your reality starts changing. You start getting the results of a professional trader as well. So in some way, shape, or form, you are literally manifesting your dream reality by changing your emotional state, by changing your behavior, by changing your thoughts. Right? So remember this. Your P&L is simply a reflection of your habits, your discipline, your emotional control, and your identity. So if you want to change your P&L, start by changing yourself. So here's the house rules for this entire series, right? For this entire 30-day series. I want you guys to watch every single lesson from start to finish. Don't skip around, don't tell yourself shit like, oh, I didn't know market structure, so I'm not gonna watch this lesson. No. Be humble, adopt some humility, be a lifelong student of the market, wipe away everything that you have learned from the market so far, forget everything that you have learned about the market so far, and start this series with a fresh mind. Because after all, if you are already so good, you would already be profitable, and you wouldn't be watching this shit. Okay? If you're watching this, it's because either you're not profitable or you want to take your trading to the next level. And in order for you to become profitable or take your trading to the next level and become more profitable, you cannot be doing the same things and expecting different results. You need to change. Change the way you see the market, change yourself. Right? So I want you to watch every single lesson from start to finish. And most importantly, watch in chronological order, right? So watch from episode 1 to episode 2 to episode 3, not episode 5, then 10 to 12 or whenever, like you whatever topic that you feel like watching. No. Watch from 0 all the way to 31, right? Just watch in this exact order. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Just watch in this particular order itself. And I want you guys, when you guys are watching these lessons, focus, right? Focus. No distractions, no scrolling TikTok with your hand on your phone, no watching Netflix while watching my shit. No. Focus. No distractions, and just take down notes. Alright? So have a notebook by your side or open up a Google document, take down notes. Synthesize what I'm saying. Right? just get really, really deep understanding of all of these concepts that I'm about to share. And last but not least, practice and apply what you learn. Knowledge is useless without implementation. Knowledge alone has never made anybody rich and profitable and wealthy, all right? It's always the application of the knowledge itself. So, synthesize all of this information, really get a deep understanding of this, and then go and practice. And then go and apply what you have learned onto the charts. And as time passes, what happens is that you get better at analyzing the charts. And 1 year from now, or even 30 days from now, you realize that, damn, I can actually analyze the charts with confidence now because I know exactly what price is doing, and this way I can actually develop my right trade bias, which means that I can trade with the smart money rather than against them. So I can't emphasize like how important these house rules are, because the next 30 days could perhaps be like the best 30 days you will ever experience as a trader. And I'm literally giving all of this shit for free, right? All the secret sauce for absolutely free because I genuinely want to see you win, right? I'm not doing this so that you can buy my course. Like I said, I'm doing this so that I can help you win. I'm rooting for you, man. So please do me a favor and take all of this knowledge and apply it so that you can actually get the results that you desire. Because if you don't, then I'm doing all of this for nothing. I'm slaving the next 30 days for nothing, right? So please, right now, look at me, man to man or women to man. Look at me in my eyes and promise me that you will do the work. Promise me that you will watch the lessons from start to the end. Promise me you will apply everything that I'm about to teach you over the next 30 days. Promise me that you will commit to becoming better, to becoming more disciplined, to becoming a profitable trader, to thinking, acting, and feeling like a professional trader. All right, now that you have promised me, I will hold you on to it, right? I will hold you accountable. So if you break that promise, you're essentially lying to brand, all right? And you don't want to lie to brand. Nothing good has ever happened from lying to brand. So, yeah. And I will end off with this beautiful quote, which I actually written and posted on my X account. The world belongs to the optimists who can do boring, repetitive work for an extended period of time without needing any external validation or immediate results. Anyone can grind when they are motivated or praised, but very few can grind when nobody's watching. You are rewarded in public for the work done in private. It's not about what you do when everybody is clapping, it's about what you do when nobody is watching. It's about what you do in the early mornings, the late nights, right? When you're grinding alone in your room. That's what creates success. That's what creates change. So, be optimistic, set big ass goals, hairy, audacious goals, and then show up every single day to ensure that you're inching one step closer towards those grand delusions of grandeur that you have set for yourself. Because I believe in you. Even if nobody does, right? Even if the naysayers and the doubters out there are saying shit like trading is not for you, oh, trading is a scam, no way you can succeed at trading, only the people on Wall Street can succeed at trading, oh, bread strategies doesn't work, market mechanics doesn't work, F what they say, right? Who cares about what other people say? It's your life, okay? It's your life, which means I need you to take extreme ownership over every aspect of your life, including your trading. Because in life, you can either be a victim or a victor. You can either succumb to the rules of the game, or you can, play the game, right? And my best advice would be to play the game with whatever hand that life dealt you with. There's no going back to changing the past. There is no way to change your circumstances which got you to where you are right now, but there is a way for you to change your future. There is a way for you to change your life by learning this shit right here, right? By applying them, by getting really, really good at trading, so good at trading that eventually you will never ever have to worry about money ever again. And that's the stage that I'm at right now. Living a life of abundance where I can bring my family to wherever they want, right? I literally just bought my mom a dream car. like last week. And then I also literally just bought my father to his dream vacation in Korea last week, all in the same week, which is crazy. And I'm just so grateful that I was like, you know what, man, all of this stuff is great. But I want you guys to experience those stuff as well. I want you guys to experience, like the blessings. I want you guys to experience this life of abundance where you too can take care of your family, you too can live your dream life, you too can travel the world or do whatever that you want. Yeah. So that's why I'm doing this, right? That's why I'm doing this, so that I can help you guys get there as well. And I triple guarantee you that if you take this series seriously, you study it properly, you actually apply what I teach, the next 30 days could completely change the way you see the market. So, commit to the process, commit to the lessons, and with that being said, let's begin with the Market Mechanics Mentorship series. And I look forward to seeing you in the first episode. And as always, remember, you are just one trade away.